Okay. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Of course, the battery's low. I just got the alert. All right. Shalom. First, I'd like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruchwa Badash, Tawada, Yahweh for giving us, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who have the 100% spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai in them. All right. Double honors to the CT bishops, elders of GMS, Abed Akim. All right. And greetings and salutations to the Akim in this country and all over the world, prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. I'm Yaquab. All right, Lord willing, bringing in the King of our universe, King Yahushua, from the power of Yahweh. So the title of the show is going to be called they shall his own counsel shall cast him down. Okay, his own counsel shall cast him down. All right, and matter of fact, let me just read the scripture, because basically this is going to be just a breakdown of Job 18th chapter. Let me just read the scripture. Job 18 and 7. It says, the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. It says the steps of his strength shall be straightened, meaning basically his agenda, the New World Order agenda that the elite banking families want to set up. The wicked. Basically what, this is I guess you could call it part 2 to the show yesterday. Going into the wicked. When I went over Job the 20th chapter yesterday. So, this is another one of my favorite chapters, Job the 18th chapter, that goes into basically the same thing as Job the 20th, which is basically the destiny and the destruction, the ways of how the wicked nation, the third part of man, right, the nation of Edom, how they're going to go down. All right. So again, let's read that again. Well, yeah, it says, for the steps of his strength shall be straightened. And yesterday, even in Job the 20th chapter, we pointed out that the Lord should put him in straits, right? Matter of fact, let me just get the precept. Job 20, and where is it at? Job 20 and Slack it. Okay, yeah, and verse 22 reads, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. All right, that's the same exact precept to what I just read in Job 18 and 7, right? In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. When you eat, what happens when you eat and you feel good? You're sufficient. You got enough to eat, right? The scriptures also say you should always eat to be sufficient. Don't eat to be insufficient, meaning, well, not filled up like you're throwing up, but well that you're not hungry and you're not full. You know what I mean? You're just right. You're sufficient, right? So that's what this New World Order Esau is going to do. He's going to come right to a place right when he mandates the MOTB that GMS only talks about through the spirit from starting with the apostles of GMS and on down. That we're talking about the code, passive technology. All right, passive technology. If you know what I'm talking about, the MOTB. All right, passive technology, radio frequency. All right, and this is the thing. All right, that's going to make him sufficient, because they are going to. It is prophesied. They are going to mandate this. Okay. It says. He shall be put in straits, but guess what? They have a lot of difficulty, man. The elite banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, right? The Edomites, okay? Identified by their wickedness. Now we know they're going through difficulty because of the word of the Lord, man, the Holy Spirit, these prophecies, and the prophets that are bringing out the prophecies. All right, that's the job of a prophet, The hell with what's that dude? The Ball brothers, Triple B. It's Triple P. prophets prophesy a prophecy. It's a lot. I can throw that in there. Triple P. All right. So it says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, and that's what's happening. All right, that's what's happening, man. That's what the scriptures prophesy. Revelation the 18th and 17th chapter, right? That all these other nations, eventually going to turn their back on these people, man. All right, on the nation of Edom. Okay, and you see it happening now with the BRICS nations. People picking sides to choose what they want in this war, because we're in this World War III. We're inside of it already. All right. It's just the main event with America and Babylon, America and Russia. They're not head to head yet, but they fighting through proxy wars. Okay. But anyway, before I get lost, what I'm saying, Salakia. Yeah, all these other nations are eventually prophesied to turn their back completely by all firing nuclear missiles on America, Babylon the Great. Okay. So that proves right there. That's talking about World War III, the end. All right. It says, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. Talking about the destruction, the nuclear destruction. We're talking about World War III, right? It says, and shall rain upon him while he's eating. So when you're getting sufficient while you eat, okay, when you're eating, you're becoming sufficient as well. You don't have to be completely done with your meal to feel that, all right? So this man is going to enjoy mandating that, the passive technology or the MOTB, but, he's not going to finish his meal, all right? Because Yahweh Shah is going to interrupt supper time, man. And he's about to eat, okay? Or drink, the blood of the heathens, man, the wine, okay? Now back to Job 18, before I keep talking. So we'll start, let's break this chapter down. Job chapter 18. All right, we'll start from, Salakia. You know what? Let me just read it, and then I'll show you what I want to show you. Because I want to get into books, okay? I want to get into the examples of the title. Job 18 and 5, right? It reads, it says, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. And again, we went through yesterday, you could call this, part 2 of Job, yesterday, Job the 20th chapter. That talked about the wicked, and this scripture is talking about the wicked, the sons of the wicked, the nation of Edom, right? So it's saying, yeah, their light, which represents their knowledge, right? What they know, which is really wickedness, their light is going to be put out, all right? Because lies, how should I say, being that they're the wicked, what makes them be wicked? Well, they teach lies, all right? They live in lies. They move in deception. They're all about lying. They're estranged from the womb, okay? That means part of it, if you're going to be an ultimate liar and be called the wicked, that would have to mean you're against the Most High and His truth, or else you're not the wicked. These people are the wicked because they directly go against the Most High Spirit, all right? No other nation on the world's history has proven these blasphemous beings spirit, man. The way they destroy nature, the way, and first of all, they depict themselves as the Most High. No other nation has done that. No other nation has put themselves as gods. They had their own idols, man. All right? You see why he's called the wicked? So this damn devil in these latter days, he's showing you he's the devil. Okay? By putting himself as the Most High and the Lord. Okay? So, slugging. Let me just get to the point. So, and his knowledge is his fornication, worshiping other nationalities, because the capping of the wicked is the 7-headed 10 horns, the dragon, the red horn, the European nations, but America is the mother of harlots, man. Okay? Dressed in scarlet. So that knowledge is going to be put out, which is really saying. It says, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. It says the light shall be dark in his tabernacle, all right? And his candle shall be put out with him. Again, that light represents their satanic worship, all right? Satanism, What else? I'm lost of words right now. There's Satanism. Uh, damn. Well, that's why they call themselves the Illuminati, because they think with their knowledge they have the light. But it's really the light of Satan, all right? Not the light of the Lord, I forget what I was going to say. There's other names that they call themselves as far as what they believe. I did a study on it, and I can't remember, but it deals with the constellations, the witches and warlocks, but I think they worship something called the dog star, okay, these damn elites, man, all right? But it's something else too, I forget. But anyway, it says the light should be dark in his tabernacle, which is their house, right? And his candle should be put out with him. So when the Most High takes this damn devil down, everything, including his knowledge and his worship and his wickedness, is going to go with him. All right. Now there's still going to be demons in the kingdom of heaven, though. I remember when I first learned this. I think it's in Revelation, the 9th chapter. I'm not going to get it, but it talked about. I remember apostles first broke this out that when we get Esau in the kingdom, he's going to deny he was the devil. prove it even more that he's the devil, man. You see? That blew my mind away. Like, damn, this man is the wicked. Even in the kingdom, before Yahweh Shai and the Most High and the power and the angels and us in our right estate, this man's still going to deny it wasn't me. Well, still have a demonic excuse and say it wasn't him. Just solidifying he's the devil, man. Nation of Edom. Anyway, so all that is going to go with him, man. All right? But he's still going to be wicked. It says, in his rulership, it says, For he is cast, the steps of his strength should be straightened. Yeah, I'm sorry. The light should be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle should be put out with him. The steps of his strength should be straightened. All right? Like we just proved in Job, the precept that at the end of the day, he's going to have, he's going to be have straits. He's going to have straits in his sufficiency, all right, while his new order, because the number one thing that's breaking down their plans is this word, the prophets prophesying, man, about what the MOTB and what it entails, the bad intentions it has for this future, all right, and you people, number one, the nation of Israel, because we know, they want to wipe off the Most High's people, man, for the face of the earth, all right, so. Good luck with that. Pertaining to Jeremiah, I think 31 or somewhere around there, talks about the Lord makes a wage with Esau. If you could give me the days of eternity and weigh the sun and the moon, then the children of Israel are not mine. But that was an analogy, all right, which means you can't do it. So it says verse 7. The point of the show. It says the steps of his strength should be straightened, right? The steps of his strength should be straightened, which means difficulty, and his own counsel shall cast him down. And why did I do a show on that? Because the society, man, it took me 13 minutes to get to that, but it's the makeup of the society. Truthers, whatever have you, but let's get right to the point. In books, right? In books written by Rob Alpers talk about the NWO. Hopefully this video don't get deleted. But this is an example of verse of Job 18 and 7. Right? The steps of his strength should be straightened. All right? In his own well, first of all, it's being straightened by this Bible. Or by this words, Salakia. All right, number one. Let's get that straight. This is what's bringing this man kingdom down. All right? The Spirit of the Lord. All right? But it says, in his own counsel shall cast him down. So you got Rob A. Everson, okay, writing the New World Order book. And I think he wrote another book too called The Hands of the Mage or something. See if I can look it up real quick. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Unseen Hand. He wrote that also. Basically dealing with the elites, the elite banking families. All right? And by these books, it's exposing, this directly exposes the New World Order, all right? Everything that it talks about, this was written, it took 25 years for this man to write this book. And this book was released in, I believe, in the late 80s. or early, or 90, or 1990, or late 80s, right? Let's say 1990. It was 25 years that he took all together all this information. So we're talking basically since 1965, right? Okay. And now he wrote this, I guess maybe late 80s, but I'm going to read you something that he wrote, you know, damn near 30 plus years ago, man. All right, and it's talked about how they're going to bring in the New World Order. So again, this is an example of Job 18:7. The stakes of his thing should be straightened, and his own counsel shall bring it down. So this is people within Esau's own society, all right? His own counsel that were part of these secret societies, these establishments, and somehow fell out and found Jesus. Well, I didn't mean to joke around, but the J word, or found religion, or whatever have you, and they so-called, I don't believe all of it, because if you're really doing something you go against them, they take you out. Or, they let you get away with a little bit, depending how much you let out, and then they take you out. But anyway, who knows if he's a control opposition or not? I'm not going to go that deep. But the point is that he's exposing his own people, all right? And pretty much, most likely, this man's an Edomite who wrote the Bible. Wrote this, excuse me, that's Satan, man. Who wrote this book. So in this page, it tells you in the introduction, it says, the New World Order will include changes in the family, all right? So how are they going to change the family? Homosexual marriages will be legalized. Parents will not be allowed to raise their children. The state will. Is this not happening now? Remember, this was written over 25 years ago. All women will be employed. Lock it, back it up. Gotta get my big head in there. All right. Big head. Anyway, so it says all women will be employed by the state and not allowed to be homemakers. Divorce will be exceedingly easy. Is that not true? All right, it is. You see, especially amongst these celebrities, you see what happened Iman Shumpert. Boy, you should have never passed by the camp and wave your hands, man. Now look at you, man. Oh, man. That's what happened to him, man. All right, Iman Shumpert passed the GMS elders back in 34th. Okay, I was on 33rd at the time. Passed them and then waved their hands at the elders. I think they trying to tell him, you're Israelite, you shake the hand of the brothers, man. And right after that, I remember, because I was a Knicks fan, not no more. I don't watch NBA. Bunch of Skittles packages in there, yeah. But what happened after that? After he did that, he wound up getting injured. All right, wound up getting injured, man. I think it was a rookie or a second year. All right, and now he's getting divorced. Okay, by this, I don't know her name. All right, taking damn near half his worth, keeping 4 mansions, keeping the car, and keeping her musical rights. You know what I mean? So look, it says divorce will become exceedingly easy and monogamous marriage will be slowly phased out. All right, that's right. Hey man, it's happening here in Babylon. You can't deny that. I think the average marriage in America lasts 7 years. Okay, 7 years, and then they say what else? Over 50% of marriages in America, over 50% people who are married get divorced. And the average is around 7 years people get divorced. But it could happen in 5, could happen in 8, but average is 7. And over 80% of the marriages are done by the women. All right, which tells you what? Ain't no such thing as a happy whatever that's done. I don't even finish that sentence, man. They're a bunch of demons, okay? You can't make them happy, all right? You can only maintain their happiness, contain it, all right? But they have a weaker mind. Anyway, so so marriage will slowly phase out. So you don't see people together, a one-on-one marriage, and no more long-lasting marriages. Monogamous, right? Why? Because this damn devil, part of the NWO plans, I should speak in code, right? Well, I shouldn't say I'm doing it. But anyway, hey, shalom, brother. Shalom, Maki. They're phasing it out. Okay? It says the workplace, the government will become the owner of all the factors of production. The private ownership of property will be outlawed. And that's right. Not only companies, right? Look how many companies have merged with other bigger companies, especially since 2008. That was a big change in as far as a lot of companies merging with each other. Banks merging with each other. The framework of the economy with the businesses and banks, it kind of changed after that, man. And especially in 2020. All right, 2020, you already know. The middle class was no longer, okay? The middle class was no longer. And you had more businesses closing down or either selling out to bigger businesses, and you already know who owns that, okay? So, and a lot of government were owning, seizing businesses as well, right? And we know who's behind the government. The guy made a quote about it, Mar al-Shambara. He said, give me controls of the nation's money, I care not who makes their laws, okay? That's what he said. So who's control of your government? Well, the ones who has control of the money, all right? So, and they own your businesses, all right? Our religion, it says, the religion would be outlawed and believers would be either eliminated or imprisoned. That's right. They took the Bible out of school. Or you have California banning the Bible. You got, they've been trying to outlaw the Bible and certain stuff, man. Right? Outlaws. So it's going to come to the point, believing in this Bible, which the scriptures talk about the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is known as America, man. So even us saying that's going to be outlawed. That's going to be able to be prosecuted in court to speak against, and especially prophesy against that, let alone it's going to not even be a third world country or shut down, but it's going to be obliterated, man. And that the Most High is going to judge this place. That's what's getting their feelings hurt. But anyway, to speak against the country is going to be illegal, right? And it says, there will be a new religion, the worship of man and his mind, and all will believe in the new religion. And that's right. Because they'll hide it in their new religion is, you can believe anything you want, whatever you are, you can be. All right? And whatever you believe in your mind, that's what you are. Okay? You could be that damn frog, and you're a person, man. I can be, I can be another gender, a woman or a man, could think he's or whatever. Is that not happening? That's the new religion. And we know that the mind is of Satan. Okay, let me prove that real quick. I believe that is Jeremiah. Again, I still got to get used to the Bible and this new Bible. I think it's Jeremiah, I think 17. I think it's Slakia. I think it's Jeremiah. Okay, yeah, okay. The water, Jeremiah 17:9. It says, the heart, remember, we're talking about the mind. So we just read in this book, revealing over 25 years ago, the plans of the NWO in this society, man. So what is that? That's what? Job 18:7, casting it out. And his own counsel bringing it down. They're exposing the agenda of the wicked, their own race. But it said what? Their plan is to make a one religion where basically becomes worship of the mind. So Jeremiah 17 verse 9, the heart, which means it comes from the Hebrew word lab. The lab, or your mind, is deceitful above all things. Okay? And desperately wicked. Who could know it? All right? So at the end of the day, it's the mind that will turn on yourself and desperately wicked. They do plenty of studies on that, man. All right? Let's use food as an example. All right? For you to commit cannibalism, that means your mind has to turn on itself. All right? That obviously cannibalism is a wicked act. But remember, You think about it first in your mind. When you go off, obviously from the wisdom of the Lord, which comes by way of the law, statutes, commandments, you start sinning through your mind. All right? So, again, the mind is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who could know it? All right? So, why? Because it's designed to sin. It's designed to go off. So, the nation of Edom, they're the, how should I say, they're the example of the flesh in its perfection. Okay? Meaning wicked. All right? He's the model of what the wickedness of the body is. Right? Because he's the wicked. And guess what? Remember, being wicked and going off and sinning, which transgression of the laws of the Lord, it starts in your mind. All right? It starts in your mind. All right? So, okay, let me keep going. It says, the Lord searched the heart, the mind. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways. Yeah. And according to the fruit of his doings. There we go. It said the Lord searches the heart. The Lord searches the mind. He weighs the balance of, if you're right or if you're wrong. All right? But how does he do that? Well, he gave us the example through the judgments that he gave unto us. Psalms 4:47 and 19. Okay, this is how the Lord judges matters and wisdom. So we already know by the judgment of the Lord, Esau's out of here, and you're the nations, and you 2/3. But guess what? Let's read it again. It says, I, the Lord, search the heart and try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways. So however you reap what you sow. Whatever energy you give out is what the Lord is going to give you back. Esau, the nation of Edom, has basically given out given out energy of death and destruction, lying and deception. All right, misery and pain. Well, that's what he's going to get, and a double. Okay, double. And he's concentrated that pain and misery upon the Most High's people. Okay, all the hate and wickedness has been concentrated on the Most High's people. All right, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, Yasha Allah. All right, right, and it's against him, the Most High. Why? Because he hates the Most High. Okay, so the Lord is going to judge you according to your spirit, and it's according to the fruit of his doings. That's right. So your intentions. Okay, so the Lord does it both ways. All right. So the ones who sincerely believe in the Lord, right, and have faith in him, he's going to judge you according to your actions, and the ultimate actions that the Lord want to see is you at least act out the laws of his laws. His commandments. All right, you can't even act it out, even knowing that you're going to go off. That you are sinning, whatever, man. At least the Lord wants you to act it out, and then not only you act it out, because you could be an actor like these other camps, claiming they keep 100 laws and 100% of the law. You could act like these dummies in the church, who act like they're righteous, but the Lord, He can judge you according to your intentions. All right. Right, it said the fruit of his doings. Okay, so he can really see, are you sincere or not? Are you doing it to make yourself look whatever, or are you really doing it because you really want to please the Father through me? Are you sincere? Do you really care? Do you really care about the word of the Lord, man? All right. Do you believe? And so the wicked, they don't. Okay, but the righteous, they do. So back to Job. So it says, Job 18 and 6 again. No, 7. The steps of his strength shall be straight, and his own counsel shall cast him down. Okay, so books like this. I don't want to read more, but you know what? It's like it. I gotta just let you know how it's born. Right? We gotta show. So chapters like this, maybe I shouldn't even read it. I'm not even gonna read it. You can see chapters like this. I don't know if you probably saw, right? Got a good view. Yeah, chapters like that, man. Okay? You saw the chapters, right? So, hey, I mean, if that's not casting your own people down, I don't know what is, all right? I don't know if that's not casting your own counsel down, I don't know what is, all right? You got other books like written by with the 13th tribe. Who's that? Arthur Kessler or something like that, right? So, yeah, Arthur Kessler wrote the 13th tribe, and basically he was being ironic in saying, because the scriptures talk about 12 tribes in the nation of Israel, right? Which are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and the Americans proven by prophecy. But he was saying if there's a 13th, if there is a people call themselves, the JEWISH, right? If they're calling themselves that, these are these people. If these are these people, the small hats, then they would have to be the 13th tribe. He was being sarcastic about it, meaning that there is no such thing as the 13th tribe, because there's only 12 tribes in the nation of Israel. If there was another tribe, they would have to be the 13th, right? Because so he was being ironic about it to say that they're not those people, and also he proved it in the book. He said in the book that the small hats, a lot of them go back to the Khazarian Empire, all right, which is, I believe, around the 9th and 8th century, by Keglin Bullion. I got to maybe do more research on that. I haven't looked at it in a while. But Keglin Bullion, I believe, an Edomite king at the time. I don't know if that was Bosworth. No, not Bosworth. I got to look more into it before I say something wrong. But it was the Khazarians, all right, the Khazarian Empire, Slovakia. The Khazarian Empire that was in the Caucasus Mountains, I believe, and they were in Georgia, all right, I believe, okay, because they got ran up there anyway. But anyway, so what was I saying? That Slovakia. Let me just finish up. I forgot what I was saying. Point. Oh, I'm sorry. 13th tribe, Slovakia out there, Slovakia. But I was saying that the 13th tribe, he was pointing out that if there were those people, then they would have to be the 13th. But a lot of those, Edomites, they go back to the Khazarian Empire. With the small hats, they go back to that, the Turkish Edomite people in Turkey, some parts of that land, Kazakhstan and all that kind of crap. The Turkish Edomites, they migrated from there to these parts of there right now, and a lot of them are those people. Those are Edomites. Those are Khazarians. In that book, I'm sorry, I said that I think 93% of them were Khazarian blood. All right, so those are not the people, man. So I can take so long in that point, but to go back, it says, so we got that down. Let's speed it up. So one more again, the steps of his strength shall be straightened. His own counsel shall cast him down, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. Okay. So again, just repeating what verse 7 said. All right. He's cast into a net by his own feet. His own people are doing it. All right. And it says, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. Excuse me. I think I skipped a verse. Yeah, I skipped a verse. Yeah, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. And a jinn is another trap for an animal. Same kind of thing. So describing a trap, okay, or a snare, another trap, like those mechanical claws that if a bear is like a bear trap them up. You already know, right? So it says, this snare is laid for him in the ground and trap for him now in the way. Okay? So, this whole thing of him being revealed, believe it or not, that's part of their formula too, if I lack of a better words. That part of the well, yeah, I think believes revelation of the method. I think it's called that, revelation of the method. That they reveal who they are when they're close to establishing the NWO. All right, so that's why today's a household name, because they're alignment for certain so-called truthers to speak about it, which makes you think, are there truthers? Because a lot of these people are controlled opposition. They're allowing these people to say what they say. You got some people who are really telling the truth. They know so much, they allow so much. If you go too deep, they'll take you out, man. Okay? Or they'll just keep you because you exposing them anyway, so you still go according to their plans. Project, whatever. Well, Project Megiddo, all right? The red, blue, yellow list and all that crap. So the more people know, the more they get to depop. They get put on the red list. So, the ones who are really safe from knowing this truth are the elect. All you people that know, they're recording everything that you do, and you're just going to be put into a concentration camp, man. Okay? You don't have any protection. I mean, we might be there too, but we're protected by the Lord, even through death. Because, we're still going to be in those chariots and rise up. All right? Okay? So it says, so it says, terror shall make him afraid on every side, and he shall drive and shall drive him to his feet. All right, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Again, his confidence or his faith, everything that Esau believes in, which is ultimately Satanism, to be completely against the Most High, right? His faith shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. So everything that Esau believes, everything that he knows, all right, is going to be taken out of this house, all right? Because this house belongs to the Most High, Yahweh Shemashai, and the Holy Spirit. All right? The truth. So he's going down, man. So it says, and will bring him, right, to the king of terrors. That's right. So what is this ultimately going to bring this damn wicked? Yeah, we're gonna literally meet the judge. Okay? No different from when a wild ninja in the world or a demon in the world commits a crime and they do X amount of witness for years and they finally get caught. Eventually you get locked up. You get a lawyer, you get somebody to speak for you to see if you're sincere or not. But then you get a court date, which is judgment day. You may get a few hearings, right? And then you got to go a final judgment. So eventually, Esau's wickedness, he's about to see the judge, man. Okay? The king of terrors. All right? Yahweh Shai. All right? It says, his confidence shall be rooted out and his tabernacle, out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. It says it shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered among his habitation. And brimstone is something that represents the destruction, but it represents brimstone goes back to burnstone. All right? That's right. Isaiah 14:16. That's right, Akim. They shall narrowly look upon thee. Right? But brimstone goes back to, it's like sulfur, like a sulfur rock. Sulfur oxide, I forget what it's called. But am I saying it right? Sulfur. I forget, right? I know it begins with an S. Sulfur. I forget what it is. But it begins with an S. Sulfur, whatever. Sulfur rock. But it burns pretty bad and it lights up pretty light. It burns really bright. Right? And it also leaves like an egg smell. You know, if somebody want to look that up for me, I believe it's like a sulfur rock or sulfur, something like that. Right? But anyway, that's an example of brimstone, right? Because that's what the destruction of the Lord is going to look like. All right, a whole bunch of light, burning rock. All right, you know, nuclear light, bright, shining, man. Nuclear destruction is going to be none like ever seen before, and it's going to be a bright destruction. All right, it's going to be bright. It says, the thing about brimstone, when you light it, it burns really light, really bright, but it smokes as well. So we know this place is gonna smoke up. It's gonna light like a brimstone, man. So wow, just even thinking about that, the destruction. So it says, his roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. You know, meaning his rulership. You know, his how should I say, meaning his entanglement to the world as far as power. You know, he's gonna have no source of power when the Lord comes back, man, because he's gonna root out all his power. There's not gonna be no smaller Edomite groups ruling here and there. Everything about the wicked is out of here, yo. Or else there would be no kingdom. That's why these other dummies in these camps, man, they're totally out of their mind, man, to say some blasphemous like that. All right, because the day of the Lord, because if that happens, that's not the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord, he takes all rulership off the planet Earth, and he completely kills death. He completes it, because he already started on the cross and lifting death or sin from the nation of Israel, his people. But he's really going to put to death the antagonizers of sin, you know, the ones who promote sin or spread sin all over the world. That's the wicked. So, and we know sin is death. All right. So he's going to destroy that. All right. Let's finish up. It says, his roots shall be dried up beneath, and above his branch should be cut off. Yeah, so he's not going to have any deep rooting in this society where he can pop up again. It's out of here, and everything that he established above the earth, the system, you know, the beast system, you know, his wickedness, off the blood and the knowledge of his people, and really lying, it's all going to be done with, man. It's going to be destroyed. It says, his remembrance, because what keeps up this damn wicked devil, man? Well, the technology, you know, the radio waves, the certain electrical wires that they ride all over the world, the satellites, you know what I mean? The technology upholds his system. He, as pathetic as he is, making it with his own hands, but that's all going to be brought down, all right? Because we know with the interference that the Lord's going to bring, it's going to shut all his technology down. So he's out of there. All right. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. Right? Because we started off as verse 5. The light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. Okay? Yes, the light of the wicked should be put out. Their knowledge, which is false knowledge, is going to be put out. It's going to be done with. So back to 18. It says, for he shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings, that they come after him should be astonished at his day, as they went before him affrighted. Surely such are dwellings of the wicked. Surely are such are dwellings of the wicked. surely search our dwellings of the wicked. This is the future of how they're going to dwell, how they're going to carry on in the rest, and they're fulfilling their potential, man. Okay? And this is the place of him that knoweth not God. Oh boy, right? So, yeah, man, this is the place, the kingdom of heaven, the slaves, Edomites. This is an example of what it means not to know God, what it means to go against Him. All right? And boy, you're going to be a great example to the other nations, Esau, man, you Edomites. Okay? You damn devils, man. All right? Now, again, reading prophecy, going back to Job 18:7, right? Step to the string should be straight, should be cast into. All right, I'm messing it up. Right? This goes into his own people taking him down, man. Like books like this. Okay? Yeah, his own counselors will cast him down. You got books like Nature Knows No Color Line, all right? Which I owe Big Akia the book back. I owe him that book. I lost it, so I gotta buy it back. Anyway, I'll finish up. But books like that, beautiful book like that my elder let me borrow. And in that book, Nature Knows No Color Line, that's an ironic title, Why? Because it really not encode, but it's really saying in a sarcastic way that nature, if nature could speak, it would say, if nature knows anything, it would know that there is no such thing as color. It would say it knows that there's a nation that has no color. That's what nature would say. All right. So nature has no color line. It reveals like the kings and the men that ruled in the Dark Ages, the Byzantine Empire. It rules the Knights of Templar, who were Jakes. Rules coats of arms that were Jakes ruling in Spain, and likes of King Richard Lionheart and King of England and Scotland, William Wallace. Those are so-called black men in history, man. Scot meaning black lands, or Scottish or irate, black man. Okay. Britain, going back to the man at Covenant by Yath or something. Okay, but those books like that are revealing the lies of this society. All right, and many others. You got a bunch of truthers out there who have certain podcasts and stations revealing, this society. You do got control of position like Alex Jones. I believe he's controlled because his solution is still going back to the Constitution, which that doesn't make any sense. If you know that level of revelations about secret societies, how they rule governments, then you know that the Freemasons, that was a constitution for themselves, all right? It had nothing to do with the people, and it was a Masonic constitution for them, all right? So you should know that 1776, that was, hey, you already read one of the chapters, Apple Pike, he was the one who established that. That was a Masonic constitution, all right? And America is nothing but a Masonic country, Freemason country now. Okay? So, you would have to be a Mason to support, you would have to be a devil to keep supporting this system, because Masons are a bunch of witches and warlocks. All right? All right, a truther is going to expose America, which is Babylon the Great. There's no other spirit more truth than the truth of Yahweh Shemashai, right, that he gave unto the elect prophets to bring out. So with that, I've talked enough, Shalakia. And with that, I would say, hope the Lord was with this video. All right. And as I would say, Kalalal, Yahweh Shemashai, Bahashem, Rakwadash. All right. The Wadi Yahweh forgiving us, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Shalom to you up in this country. Hold the Lord. Shalom.